everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be filming about how to cover newspaper efficiently, effectively, and in less time. So today my video is going to be in my video. I'm going to be talking about that only. Let's start. Okay. So typically, for me to finish a newspaper which has, including editorials and which has more information, so it takes me about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, or an hour and 15 minutes at max. So how do I cover the newspaper efficiently and take notes? Actually, before the month of January, I wasn't really taking notes because I wasn't following them. And the only reason I wasn't following them was I was mostly picking up information and then keeping them just like that in a very raw form. So it wasn't really interesting for me to go back to it and revise it. Now I have changed my strategy, and from January 2019, I have started taking notes and in a very efficient way. So first, what you have to do, like take the newspaper and always keep a pen with you. So the first thing that I do is I go through entire newspaper once, just ticking out like this important news. You see here, right? I just take out all the important news that I need to cover in respective of my examination, for the specific purpose of my examination. I don't read all the news. I only go through regional news if it is related to environment, that is forest reserves, or anything that is related to animal conservation or forest conservation, or any new project that is launched in the state, and it can have a good impact, or is a very good example for some administrative reforms or some administrative policy for the entire country. Only then I go through it. So the first thing to do in the newspaper to read it efficiently and not waste your time too much in it is to tick out all the important news that you need to cover for the purpose of your examination. So the newspaper is exam specific, and it's not just a newspaper to go through. So once you are done with that, what I do is when I read the information, like take an example of this. It is model for malaria control, and it is it is a report given by WHO, and the example in this is given for the Odisha. Yes, the state example is Odisha. So what I've done is I only underline the important stuff in it, and then the moment I finish reading it, I just go to my notebook and I put a little note it or post it, any creative thing that you like. It's not very specific, you can do anything, but it has to be very concise. If you don't make it concise, you'll never go back to it. So this is a notepad I maintain just for taking notes of newspaper. That's it, nothing extra on it. And after, like from this month I'm going to do it, on 31st I'm going to revise, like tomorrow I'm going to revise this entire month of issue pages. That's it. So it's very concise. I'll show you. I am keeping information like this. Yeah, can you see it? Yeah, like this, in post-it, sometimes like this. Sometimes what happens is, let's just take example of this news. Yes, constitutional amendment for the 10% quota. This news was relayed many times for 3 to 4 days. Many opinions were coming on it, and a lot of news was related to it. So what I did, I left a little space around it. I kept it in a post-it and I left space around it. Whenever any new news came about 10% quota, I just kept on adding it. So this is very helpful because when I know when I will revise it, I'll read all the pieces of news articles and all the pieces of opinions at once. In one glance, I'll do it. So that's it, guys. That's how I cover newspaper. So that's all for today's video.